What's going on, everybody? This is Joe coming to you here from the Geek for All YouTube channel, and we are here with some booster box openings. I'm not going to open both boxes in this, as you can tell from the title down below. This is number one, so we are going to rip right in and get started with the first box. I'll move the second one out of the way. That video will be coming out very shortly, so you can subscribe to see that, but we're here for this Eldritch Moon booster box. There was a buy a box promo that came with the box. It is this Thalia, Heretic Cathar. It looks absolutely beautiful. I love this card in foil. I'm going to talk to you guys for a second while I rip into this. If you guys are new to the channel, we are Vorthos players, which means that we open product a little bit differently than everybody else does. We are going to, the way that I do booster boxes though, I mean, we did pre-release kit openings. That'll probably be annotated at the top around here somewhere. But we usually open booster boxes a little bit differently. In the pre-release kit openings that we did, we opened, let me zoom in here. We opened the cards and we talked about them, and we talked about the art, and we talked about the story. Now that we've done that for most, if not all, of the commons, we're just gonna quickly go through the commons like so. Let's zoom in so that you guys can see what commons we got, but otherwise that's gonna be about it for commons. Once we get to the uncommons, we'll actually talk about them, and obviously then the rares and mythics, but just to try to make this video a little bit faster. So we have Rise from the Grave. I love it. I don't know what this thing is that she's resurrecting, but it looks really awesome. Liliana bringing this zombie back from the grave. It is a reprint card, and I love the flavor text as well. Don't get too comfortable in there. So we have that. We have Abundant Maw. This card's great, one of the new Emerge cards, and a Mercurial Geist. I know we've talked about this guy before. So our rare or mythic in our first pack of our first box is the Stromkirk Condemned. Not bad. The art's pretty cool. Again, there's a lot of like background light in this set, and whether that's to depict hope or it's just the moonlight, not really sure. Let's see what our flip card is. It is the Kessig Prowler, which is an uncommon flip, and it flips into the Sinuous Predator, not sinuous, Sinuous Predator. Pretty awesome. I love the art. It's just disgusting with the multiple heads. Some of these Eldrazi cards just look awesome, disgusting, but awesome. It looks like we have something behind here. Oh, cool. We have a foil Midnight Scavengers. So not a rare flip card, but still a flip card, a Midnight Scavengers. And it means that we have a foil bottom to the Chittering Host that it turns into, which is pretty awesome. Let's see how many of the Meld cards we can get out of this box. If we can complete all of them. Then we have a flip token and a human wizard. So I'm gonna leave only that's actually really cool. I think that's my first human wizard token, and it's the ones that you get from the continuation of Delver of Secrets. So that's pretty cool. I'm only gonna leave the cards that are interesting to me to the side, not all the rares. We can go over them at the end, the cool stuff that we got out of this box. So we move on to pack two, like I said. Quickly go through the commons here. As I said, if you want to hear us talk about them, check out those other pre-release kit openings that we did previously. Blood Mist. The art is fantastic. This card's really good. I know a lot of people have different opinions on enchantments in Limited, but I really enjoyed it. I've used it. I used it in a pre-release, and it was pretty good for me. Again, art's just spectacular. Then we have Spreading Flames. Talked about this before, but Hang On, I'm Just Tidying Up is a great piece of flavor text as well. And Advanced Stitchwing, just talking about, you know, Geralf and Gisa. I'm looking forward to getting that card today, hopefully, but just because I appreciated their story a lot. So, and our rare or mythic is Impetuous Devils. Love it. I love the Devil sub-theme in the set. I've said that a million times, in the block, really. Behind it, our flip card is the Smoldering Werewolf on the pack art, and it flips into the Erupting Dreadwolf. Awesome. Looks really cool. That's two uncommon flip cards in a row because the Midnight Scavengers was foil, so that's pretty awesome. Behind it, just a flip token and an Eldrazi Horror token. These Eldrazi Horrors are really cool. I mean, we've seen a ton of them, but I actually really appreciate the art on them, so there's that. We move on to a Liliana pack. We'll go through the commons, get to the uncommons, and then the rare or mythic. I'm pretty excited to get some cool stuff out of this box. We will see what this box actually has in store for us. No mythics yet, so let's see what our first one will be. Geist of the Lonely Vigil, Abundant Maw again, and Mercurial Geists again. Our rare or mythic in this pack is Tamiyo. Speaking of a mythic, kind of called it, I guess. So here's Tamiyo, Field Researcher, awesome. I actually pulled one in a pre-release kit that I actually played with and didn't just open on camera. But here is my second, but the first for you guys watching, Tamiyo. Fantastic. She looks awesome. I am looking forward to seeing her in the story. She was okay in the Shadows over Innistrad story, but kind of a jerk, so we'll see. She looks like she's kind of a big player in taking care of Emrakul, so I'm looking forward to seeing how she does that and how she kind of blends with the rest of the Gatewatch. So then we have the Ulvenwald Captive as our flip card, flipping into the Ulvenwald Abomination. Behind that, just a flip token and a Human Soldier token, which is just a duplicate from Shadows over Innistrad. So that's pretty cool. We got a Tamiyo already. We move on to this pack here. I mentioned talking about the story. If you guys are new to the channel, we do have a show called Jar, where myself, Joe, and my fiance Amy review the stories, the magic stories from Uncharted Realms. You guys should definitely check that series out and join in the discussion, because it's definitely a really good time. We have Campaign of Vengeance. I love this art. I loved this story. This story was Amy's favorite, probably in my top two. We have the Thirsting Axe. This is one of the cards that I'm looking forward to getting in foil if I can, because I'm sure that the kind of the lattice pattern on there will look fantastic. And the Vexing Scuttler. I love this. I love Eldrazi crabs. They just make me laugh. So there's that. Our rare or mythic in this pack is Sigarda's Aid. Not bad. Art's fantastic. Card's okay, I guess. I haven't really gotten a chance to use it yet, but in the blue-green equipment deck or the blue-green humans equipment deck, it should be pretty good. Behind that, we have the Villadin Pack Outcast flipping into, the Drone Pack Kindred. Awesome. This art's fantastic. I'm sure I've talked about it before, so we'll leave that on the side. We have another flip token and a zombie token. Really, really cool. Liliana pack here. Let's see what we get out of this one. We start with some commons. Go through these to get to the good stuff, or at least the better stuff. I'm not one who doesn't think commons are good. We have Blessed Alliance, or Blessed Alliance, depending on how you want to say it. Great card, great art. We have Abandon Reason, pretty cool. And another Vexing Scuttler. And our rare or mythic is Eldritch Evolution, fantastic. It's a rare. A lot of people are talking about this card for Constructed, so it's worth a little bit of money. It looks really gross. I love the fact that it's a boar Eldrazi crawling out of a boar, and like, I can't really tell if this here are its intestines or just more tentacles. I want to say it's tentacles because that's kind of what it looks like. I also kind of imagine that this was the Kessig Direswine, and now it's evolving. So I guess rest in peace, Kessig Direswine. But that's the Eldritch Evolution. We have the Shrill Howler as our uncommon flip, flipping into the Howling Chorus. Love it. Just the fact that, you know, it's howling, now it's the Howling Chorus because it's multiple mouths. I like that a lot. That's really cool. Behind it, a Forest and an Eldrazi Horror token. Pretty sweet. We move on to a Tamiyo, but not really Tamiyo pack. And we start with another Tattered Haunter. That was the same card we started with in the last pack. Pokemon Go players, shout out to all of you guys, because I'm sure there are lots of you. Okay, Emrakul's Influence. We've talked about this art. I absolutely love it. We have the Haunted Dead. This is really cool too, just with the spirit, and it's flavorful for what the card does as well. The art is flavorful for what the card does. I love it. and the Faith Unbroken. Again, for storyline purposes, this is great that even though Avacyn's gone, his faith is unbroken. Again, I think we've talked about that already. And our rare or mythic is a mythic in Mirrorwing Dragon. I think it would be a lot to ask to get this guy in foil, but I would love it. I think that this card will look beautiful in foil. And as I've said in previous videos on this channel, I think every set is almost required to have a dragon in it, so this is this one's. I love it. I'm super happy to have one. This is my first one, so there we go. Behind it, we have the Lone Rider. This is great. I love this card a lot. It flips into It That Rides as one. Fantastic. If you haven't read the story where they have the blown up version of this art, you should definitely do that. It looks fantastic. Even me just like holding it closer to the camera wouldn't really do it justice, so I'm not even gonna bother. But it feels like we have something else here. We do. We have a foil Borrowed Grace. That looks really cool. I've always said Eldrazi look really cool in foil just because of the reds and blues, but also like light being depicted in foil looks great with the yellows and the whites in there. So that's really, really cool. Pretty happy to have that. And then behind Borrowed Grace, we have a Plains and a Human token. Love the art on this Human token. He looks super evil. We haven't had a lot of Meld pieces. I'm hoping to be able to get all of them in one box, see how that works out for us. I doubt it, but we can try. Go through the commons. We end up with Fortune's Favor. This guy looks super evil. He actually reminds me of the Joker. Batman's the Joker. I love it. You can only really see the bottom of his face, but it just looks like the Joker's smile. We've got Prying Questions. Love it. Talked about it. And Clear Shot. This card has turned out every time I've seen it to be absolutely fantastic. So a really good card in Limited. And our rare or mythic is Distended Mindbender. Weird. Again, having this one in foil would probably also look pretty awesome. It's an Eldrazi insect, so a lot of different creatures on the plane besides just werewolves becoming Eldrazi, which I kind of appreciate. Behind it, we have the Extricator of Sin. Love this guy. Flips into the Extricator of Flesh. Love the art. Love the name. It's just really awesome. Behind that, feels like there's more here. There is, it is our foil rare. Usually there's only one of these per box. It is pretty early on, so let's see, maybe we get another one, but it is a Summary Dismissal in foil. Looks pretty cool. Let me see, there we go. I can catch the foiling pattern in the light there for you. His like arm, the like construct on his arm looks really cool in foil, plus the background above kind of his Ghostbusters pack that he's using, plus the actual spirit that he's sucking in, or really, again, I guess what would be all the other spells and abilities. But I love the flavor text as well. Let's start fresh, shall we? Just awesome. Love that a lot. So there you go. Summary Dismissal in foil. We have an flip token and a spirit token. So we go back to another Tamiyo pack. Let's see if we can go through this one. Oh, look, I bent the hell out of this insect token. Oh, well. Sorry, insect token. You can stay on the side. Oops. Then we go through the commons. We got to take inventory that I missed. Contingency Plan is sweet. Okay, Long Road Home is our first uncommon. Ruthless Disposal. The flavor text on this one is great as well. I really love the interactions with the different characters and the quotes from them in the flavor texts. This one's great. Do try to pull your weight, Rolf. I feel like I'm doing everything. And it's Ghoul Caller Gisa. If you guys have been watching the Jar series, you know that I'm really looking forward to seeing the two of them, or seeing their story. And we have another Clear Shot. Our rare or mythic is a Permeating Mass. Pretty cool. I don't know exactly what's going on there in the background, except that it is a permeating mass, but yeah. So there you go. Art's a little weird. Behind it, we have a Graph Rats. So technically we have completed our first Meld card because it flips into the Chittering Host, or at least this part of the Chittering Host. So now we have a foil, non-foil Chittering Host. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see that a little bit better. So we have a foil bottom, non-foil top of Chittering Host. Maybe we'll get lucky enough to get a foil Graph Rats as well. That's actually not too much to ask because it is a common. So, and then a flip token, and you guys saw what happened to that poor insect token already. So we move on to another werewolf pack, and we start with wolves. So okay, and we get to our uncommons, starting with the Geist-fueled Scarecrow. Awesome. That's so cool. What a fun idea for a card that it's just lit from the back because of the spirit. It's spinning something in its hand there. So there's that. And then we have a Courageous Outrider. Cool. Love the moon in the background. I mean, that's just kind of this set. And the Weaver of Lightning. This guy looks awesome. Lightning in a bottle, that's not where I need it, is also fantastic flavor text. This is some of my favorite flavor text, just like seeing the comments that people make or the quotes from different characters. I really enjoy that. So that's the Weaver of Lightning. Our rare or mythic is a Mausoleum Wanderer. A lot of people are talking about this card for Constructed, that there would be a Spirits deck, so this card's worth a little bit of money as well, so that's pretty cool. We'll leave that on the side. And another Midnight Scavenger, so now we've completed We've completed the Chittering Host in non-foil. So there you go. The promo for Kaladesh, obviously looking forward to that as well, but we're only just into Eldritch Moon, so yeah. We have a flip token and a devil token. Love the devil tokens, so cool. We move on to a Liliana pack. I don't know, I called it the last time. I don't know that I can call it this time, but I'm feeling a mythic. I feel like we're due a mythic. So let's see. Wretched Griff is great. Let's see if we can get a mythic in this pack. We go to the Thirsting Axe. We go to Liliana's Elite. Love this guy. And we go to the Lashwood Lurker. It's just another Eldrazi horror. And our rare or mythic is Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Cool. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so I don't know about how I feel about its playability. But yeah, I mean, if your opponent has no cards in their hand, you get to just kind of mill them for 1 for 2 mana while also kind of looting yourself. Behind it, we have the Grizzled Angler flipping into the Grizzly Angler Fish. Love it. Awesome. Crazy. Eldrazi fish, but kind of morphing from a human into an Eldrazi fish, which is super awkward unless like the fish that he caught kind of killed him. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. We still have a chance for a mythic because I think there's still something here. Nope, it's just a foil. It is a foil Fogwalker, so I was wrong on this pack. No mythic this time. Card looks okay in foil. Not one of the ones that I would really want to see in foil with the different coloring, but the spirit himself looks pretty cool in the foiling pattern. Behind him, we have a flip token and another zombie token. We move on to a Smoldering Werewolf pack. Let's do it. This box has become a little less exciting. Let's see what we can get. Some people, I think, would argue that this set is a little less exciting, but I've been having a good time with it so far. So let's see if it can pick it up a little. We've got Blood Mist, we've got a Liliana's Elite, and we've got a Lashweed Lurker. Behind it, our rare or mythic is Emrakul's Evangel. This card would also look cool in foil. Besides that, I guess he's okay. Behind that, our flip card is an Ulvenwald Captive, flipping into, again, the Ulvenwald Abomination. You guys saw that already in this box. Behind it, here is another piece of a Meld card in the Hanweir Battlements, flipping into the top half of Hanweir the Writhing Township. What a weird card. What a weird concept. I mean, we talked about the Hanweir Chronicle story, which you guys can check out on our channel. At least the summary that they did on Wizards' website for it was pretty cool. But the fact that now the whole township has turned into an Eldrazi, and like there's a lot of detail in this art. I'm gonna see if the camera will focus here. It's really hard to tell, but there are like human faces in there and like all this other stuff like right in here. You can kind of see that woman's face. I love it. It's crazy. If you can see the blown up art, it looks a little bit better. I'll wait for this to refocus. But yeah, we'll leave that on the side, see if we can complete that. That'd be cool. We have a mountain and we have an Eldrazi horror token. Pretty cool. Back to a Tamiyo, not Tamiyo pack. Let's see what we get. Okay, we start with a Boon of Emrakul, which, like all of our commons, we will skip through pretty quickly. Okay, so we have a Mockery of Nature. This card's crazy. He looks awesome, just his giant mouth. And I love the fact that they gave scale, because like all of these emerging Eldrazi feel huge, which is good because they cost a lot of mana to play. But to show scale of it by like showing that building and or church down there, I can't really tell if that's like a house or a church, but it just gives you the idea of the scale of him, which is pretty awesome. Behind it, another Courageous Outrider and another Weaver of Lightning. And our rare or mythic in this pack is a Lupine prototype. Mark Rosewater on Twitter just put up a little thing with this that said that the 3 little pigs stood no chance. I absolutely love that. I think that's hilarious. The art is crazy. Just the fact that this wolf is just inside of a mech suit. Love it. Really, really cool. Behind it, we have a Cryptolith Fragment. I love the Cryptolith Fragment so much that it flips into the Aurora of Emrakul. Just looks fantastic. Getting this in foil would also be amazing. We have a Flip token and a Human Soldier token. Moving on to a Liliana pack. Having a Liliana would be nice. I guess spoilers if you have not watched it yet, but we do get one in one of our pre-release kit openings. So I do have one, but I will not complain about a second because I already have a second Tamiyo. So why not a second Liliana to go with her? Okay, we have another Ruthless Disposal. We have a Give No Ground. This art was shown in the most recent story. I love it. I love what the card does, and I love that it's just Gideon just yelling, "Get behind me," as he gets +2/+6 and can block any number of creatures. Really awesome. And the Incendiary Flow, really cool. I mean, just fire, lots and lots of fire. Chandra. Again, awesome flavor text of interaction between these characters. "What's your plan?" Gideon asked. "Are you serious?" Chandra replied. Because what else would Chandra do but burn everything to a crisp? And our rare or mythic is Thalia, Heretic Cathar. So now we have both Thalias. We have the Buy a Box promo and just the regular Thalia. She's a great card. The art's, she is beautiful in this art. She looks fantastic. So awesome job. And we just recently went over her story, which was interesting to read. So there's Thalia. Behind it, we have the Curious Homunculus. I think this is my first Curious Homunculus, also known as George, who flips into the Voracious Reader. Dave from our channel likes this guy. He was pointing out that he loved that his one eye has now also become a mouth. That he's so voracious that even his eye is a mouth. Crazy. So we'll leave that there. We have a Swamp and a Spider token. So there's that. Another Tamiyo, not Tamiyo. Let's see what we have here. Go through the commons pretty quickly. Yeah. And I love Terrarian so much. That would be another cool foil to get. We have a Rise from the Grave, Give No Ground, and Incendiary Flow. And our rare or mythic is an Elder Deep Fiend. Love this guy. Another card that people have been talking about for Constructed. An Eldrazi Octopus. So a lot of blue emerge guys, which means a lot of like aqua emerge creatures or water-based emerge creatures. Behind it, our flip card is Villadin Pack Outcast. Flips into the Drone Pack Kindred. We've seen that already. Behind that is a flip token, and an add card. Boo. I prefer tokens to add cards, obviously, because I don't need you to advertise Magic products to me. I am aware of them, but I get why they're there. We have some of these commons here in this pack, which we'll go through quickly so that we can get to the uncommons. Long Road Home, Spreading Flames, and Advanced Stitchwing. Behind it, our rare or mythic is a Bedlam Reveler. Card's okay. It's the only big devil, I believe. I could be wrong, but it's the only big devil, I think, out of this entire block, whereas all the other ones are like 1/1s, or there was the 6/1 that we got, the Impetuous Devils, I believe, but this is the only one with a big butt, I guess, big toughness. So behind it, we have a Conduit of Storms. I like this guy a lot, and he flips into the Conduit of Emrakul. So he goes from the Conduit of Storms to the Conduit of Emrakul. No extra faces on this werewolf. A lot of them seem to have been doing that, but he's got just limbs and tentacles everywhere, and he's just, I feel like as you look at this card, he's just staring into your soul. So there's that. Behind it, an island and a spirit token. Come on, box, pick up a little bit, huh? We have one mythic so far. Oh, two mythics, excuse me. Mirrorwing and Tamiyo. So let's see what else we can get out of this. Prying questions again. Deranged Whelp and Somber-Walled Stag. This card's great in Limited, does pretty good work. And we get a Crypt Breaker. So that's our rare, not bad. Art is cool. This would be a nice one to get in foil as well. Like I said, we've kind of already gotten our foil rare. Our flip card is another Midnight Scavengers, because we haven't seen enough of those with the bottom half of the Chittering Host. And we get a foil Primal Druid. Not bad at all. Looks really cool because of the kind of the background colors and stuff. That's great. We'll get rid of that. We have a Plains and an insect token, and this one was not a damaged insect token because I didn't damage it this time. On to this pack. Let's see what we can get out of this one. We have the Nephalia Academy. This was the card that was used to depict where Liliana was when she was trying to get the Chain Veil to work for her in her story. We have the Deranged Whelp again, and we have the Somber-Walled Stag. You guys kind of saw it back there, but our rare or mythic is Collective Brutality. This is now a playset of Collective Brutalities for us, even though this is the first one that you've seen in this opening. Again, watch our pre-release kit openings to see that, because, yeah. We get another Graph Rats, so we actually have completed the Chittering Host twice now. And behind that, I think there's something else. Yeah, we get the Docent of Perfection. This is the guy, I couldn't remember his name, but he makes those human wizard tokens because he flips into the final iteration. And in the final iteration, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you get a blue human wizard creature token. Awesome. And again, final iteration. I mean, they've had now all three rarities, right? Delver was common. The one from the last set, whose name I'm not going to remember offhand, was an uncommon, I believe. And this one is a rare. So there you go. Behind it, we have a flip token and an Eldrazi horror token. All right, that was pretty cool, but still not a mythic. I'm looking for, maybe a piece of Brizella, maybe. I already have completed her technically, but that doesn't mean I don't want to have more of her, because she's awesome. We have a Savage Alliance, another card that would look great in foil, but just the fire coming out of this human's hands and then the werewolf in the background as well. Awesome. Just the art's absolutely fantastic on this card. I love it. And very flavorful for the set as well. Speaking of great art, Dusk Feaster, we've talked about this in previous videos. And the Chilling Grasp, again, awesome. Just the spirit coming out of the wall, grabbing this guy or gal, can't really tell, but looks really cool. And our rare or mythic is the Sanctifier of Souls. Okay, pretty cool. Again, I guess in foil it would look a little bit better, but I like the art, just the souls in the background look really cool. We have a Tangle Claw werewolf flipping into the Fibrous Entangler. This guy was in the trailer, looked disgusting, and they kind of talk about this guy a lot when they're referring to kind of how messed up the creatures on Innistrad really get. Flip token and spirit token as well. All right, I would say we're about halfway through. Let's see what else we can get. If all the cool stuff's in the beginning, that's no fun. All right, whoops, I missed one technically. Desperate Sentry, that's fine. We're just trying to get through these so that we can get to Uncommons, Lunar Force. That's the name of the card that is on all the pack art. But I'm just going to call it the Tamiyo, not Tamiyo card. Here's Ride Down, reprint, awesome art, awesome card. Drog Skull Shieldmate, and I love the flavor text on this. I think I've mentioned that as well. I will join you. I will join you so that you will not yet join me, because it's a spirit soldier helping out the fighters. Awesome. Our rare or mythic is the Newscraft Mob. Cool. One that I don't believe I have yet, so there's that. Behind it is the Shrill Howler flipping into the Howling Chorus. We've seen that already as well. A flip token and a zombie token. So no piece of Brazella there. Since we got this card, let's open this pack. Okay. Going through these, we got a lot of It of the Horrid Swarms. The card, the art on that looks really cool. I like that. Here's another Savage Alliance. Awesome. Here is another Dusk Feaster and another Chilling Grasp. Our rare or mythic in this pack is Deploy the Gatewatch. So here's a mythic. Art's fantastic. Flavor text is great. Gideon and Liliana may not have seen eye to eye, but that did not stop them from fighting side by side. And it's true, again, very flavorful for the set, where they talk about the fact that it's unnatural alliances, and you would think that that would mean that it was the humans, the werewolves, and the vampires, but it's also people like Gideon and Nissa joining with Liliana. So that's really awesome to fight this. So there's a mythic and Deploy the Gatewatch. We also have a Villadin pack Outcast, as you've seen, flipping into the Drone pack Kindred. Behind it, a foil uncommon in a Drown Yard Behemoth. This Eldrazi Crab does not look as good in foil as I expected it would, because the usual Eldrazi colors are not super present here. It looks okay, but not as good as a lot of the other foils that I have been asking for. But still, there's that. We have a Forest and an Eldrazi Horror token. So we'll leave those on the side. So that's cool. We got a mythic in that pack. Move on to a Liliana pack. See what we get here. We get these, and we start with an Nephalia Academy, Ride Down, and a Drogskull Shieldmate. Our rare or mythic in this pack is a Bloodhall Priest. I think this is the first Bloodhall Priest that we've seen. It also, if I remember correctly, is a card that was spoiled through the stories, which I appreciate greatly. We talked about that in one of our first jars, that I love that they have the opportunity to spoil some of these cards in the story, and they should be doing that just because it seems like a really awesome idea. But here's a Bloodhall Priest. Love the art. Love that her staff is glowing up here. I think that's really cool. Behind it, another Cryptolith Fragment. Fantastic. Flips into the beautiful Aurora of Emrakul. Focus. It doesn't want to focus. There we go. And then a Mountain that I just dropped, and a Wolf token. Both from Shadows over Innistrad. Then we have another Lunar Force pack. Let's go through the commons and see what we get. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of this box. I'm not super high on it right now. Maybe discuss what you think of the set as well. That might be more appropriate. We have a Mockery of Nature, another Drown Yard Behemoth, and a Vampire Cutthroat. You guys may have seen it, but our rare is Imprisoned in the Moon. I love it. The art's great. For story, it's fantastic. Just the fact that that's where they put Emrakul. Super awesome. We have a Grizzled Angler flipping into the Grizzly Angler Fish, and a flip token and an insect token. Moving on to a Liliana pack. Let's see if we can go through these even faster. Okay, and we have Geist of the Lonely Vigil, Drownyard Behemoth, and Vampire Cutthroat. I didn't talk about it a second ago when I saw this guy, but he looks gross. He looks awesome. He definitely looks like a rogue, so that makes perfect sense. And our rare or mythic in this pack is Heron's Grace Champion. This card's insane and limited if you're in that deck, of course. But yeah, I love the art. I love the card. Really cool. We have another Midnight Scavengers flipping into the bottom half of Chittering Host. Behind it, we have a flip token and an ad card. Smoldering Werewolf. Let's see what we can get out of you, buddy. And go through these pretty quickly. Okay, Whispers of Emrakul. Again, it's an Eldrazi, or it depicts an Eldrazi, so it would be awesome in foil. Subjugator Angel, we've not seen this card yet. Awesome and limited, complete blowout, and can just win you games. And a Crop Sigil. So actually all three of these I think are ones that we hadn't seen yet, whereas we've been getting tons of duplicates. Our rare or mythic is Collective Defiance. Great card. Another Escalate Sorcery. We've seen a couple of those, so that's really cool. This one depicting Chandra, which is nice. Behind it, we have an Ulvenwald Captive flipping into the Ulvenwald Abomination. And behind it, we have, yay, another mythic, Ulrich, or Ulrich, depending on how you want to pronounce it, of the Krallen Horde. Awesome. He flips into Ulrich Uncontested Alpha. Fantastic. I mean, the art is beautiful. The card is great. And I love that they kind of showed us Ulrich's kindred in the last set, and now they actually show us Ulrich. Kind of cool. So there's that. I like that we got Ulrich. That's awesome. We have a flip token and an Eldrazi horror token. So moving right along, Smoldering Werewolf pack again. Gave us something good last time. Still no Bruna or Gisela out of this box. Interesting. Go through these. It would be nice to get, we do, again, like I said, I do have one of each at least. Here's an Unsubstantiate, haven't seen that yet. Morn Willow, speaking of things we haven't seen yet. And a Weaver of Lightning. And our rare or mythic is an Oath of Liliana. Awesome. Super flavorful, or it's a storyline aspect. And I love, again, awesome flavor text. I'll keep watch. Happy now. Super Liliana, like that's just her as a character. So that's great. We have another Curious George flipping into the Voracious Reader. Love it. And a Swamp and a Zombie token. Perfect. We have another Lunar Force pack. We're getting through it. Box has been okay. Nothing to write home about, I feel like. We'll go through these. That Prey Upon art is great. I don't know that I talked about that. Here's another Lunar Force for us. A Subjugator Angel again, and a Crop Sigil again. Our rare or mythic is Liliana. Fantastic. Okay. So I guess the box didn't want me talking bad about it, so it gave us a Liliana. There we go. Liliana the Last Hope. Again, super flavorful for her. Look at that art. She looks beautiful. The colors of her dress are awesome. Her pose, again, is just very her. So she just looks fantastic. I love it. And another Planeswalker, another mythic. Definitely not complaining. Conduit of Storms behind her. Flips into Conduit of Emrakul there. We talked about that. Is there something else here? Yeah, we get a foil Distemper of the Blood. Let's see how that looks. The stained glass windows in the background are fantastic on this. I was saying that this guy looks like, or reminds me a lot of Gollum falling at the end of Lord of the Rings, reaching for the ring. I know, again, that thing is on his outfit, but it looks like a ring that he's reaching for. But still, in foil, stained glass windows in the background are just fantastic. So there's that. We have a flip token and a spider token. Cool. We got a Liliana, guys. I'm super happy. Speaking of which, hey, Liliana. Awesome, you know, the kind of the focus of this set, besides, of course, Emrakul. But yeah, let's go through these. And we have Abandoned Reason. We have Markov Crusader, another card that would look cool in foil just for all the purple, and a new uncommon that we haven't seen yet, and a Morn Willow. And our rare or mythic in this pack is an Ulvenwald Observer, aka Treebeard, with like a weird pair of crotch eyes, I think. Behind that, another Graph Rats. So we'll have like 70 million Chittering Hosts and nothing of anything else. Behind it, a flip token and a zombie token. I have not seen this zombie token yet. That's fantastic. I don't know why that wasn't one of the sides of the flip zombie token, because that would look awesome in foil. But that's okay. We got a foil token, and definitely something that people have been asking for since Merit Lage was a thing. Not that it's not still a thing, but you know what I mean. We have Peace of Mind. Awesome. Just in this set, this card makes me laugh. This woman sitting on her porch looking super happy, even though, like, there's just so much other random stuff going on. But this is just super funny to me that this card is in this set. We have a Noose Constrictor. I've mentioned that this looks like it's missing a layer of texture being added on the computer program. And then we have the Geist of the Archive. So again, a pack with 3 new uncommons for us. And again, this card is very interesting to me. I want to know the story behind this spirit, and I don't want them to waste an entire story on it, but it's interesting to me. Behind it, we have the Stromkirk Occultist. Really cool. Again, would look awesome in foil, but just looks awesome in general with the reds, the tentacles coming out of her everything. Just looks really awesome. So there you go. We have another Extricator of Sin flipping into the Extricator of Flesh. We have a flip token and an insect token. Moving on to a Liliana pack. We've got 6 left after this, it looks like. Let's see if this box can finish strong, maybe. Hopefully, because I would like that. We have a Fury Blade Vampire, awesome. Geist of the Archives again, and Markov Crusader again. Our rare or mythic is Harmless Offering, adorable. Dave from the channel again mentioned such an adorable face is the flavor text. And again, yes, you mentioned such an adorable face because you don't want the people to look at its tail or the fact that it bit you and you have kind of a little bandage there on your finger. So awesome. Another Midnight Scavengers, bottom half of Chittering Host, an island, and a Human Soldier token. We have Smoldering Werewolf. What do you got for us? You gave us something good last time. I think he gave us Liliana. Let's see what's in here. Maybe a Bruna or Gisela? Maybe? I'd like that. That would be cool. Huh? Oh, awesome. Slayer's Cleaver. This card, I might just go out and buy in foil if I don't get it. It looks fantastic. Non-foil. The colors are beautiful. The art is beautiful despite what it is depicting. I love it. We have a Liliana's Elite, and we have a Noose Constrictor. Our rare or mythic is Selfless Spirit. Card's interesting. I like it a lot. Not really too much to say about it, but I do love that the spirit just has arrows sticking out of it everywhere. They're really funny to me. Behind it, Villain and Pack Outcast, flipping into the Drone Pack Kindred. Plains, Whoops, and an Eldrazi Horror token. We move on to another Smoldering Werewolf. Still banking on him, giving us something good, finishing off this box strong. Let's see. Okay, we have another Piece of Mind. Awesome, hilarious. A new Nebelgast Herald. Another new card for us. Super flavorful with rattle chains. Just the fact that there's just chains and grappling hooks coming out of it everywhere. Like it a lot. And a Faith Unbroken. And our rare or mythic is a Wharf Infiltrator. One that we did not have yet from this box. So I guess I can't complain. Looks kind of cool. I love the like smirk on his or her face. We have another Graph Rats because why not? To the top, flipping into the top half, Chittering Host. Behind it, we have another Docent of Perfection. Pretty cool. I'd rather have a Bruna or Gisela, but we have a Docent of Perfection flipping into the final iteration, just as our second version of that. Flip token and zombie token. We got 4 more after this. Something good to finish us off. Come on. I actually think we are due another mythic. I think. Could be wrong. Let's see if we get it or not. We have a Graph Harvest. Another new uncommon for us. Faith Unbroken and Liliana's Elite. Our rare or mythic in this pack is a Stitcher's Graft. Cool. I don't know quite about its playability yet, but the art looks awesome. So there's that. Behind it, Smoldering Werewolf. Another one of those. Flipping into the Erupting Dreadwolf. Awesome. Love the art. Talked about it already. We have a Flip token and a Spirit token. We have, as I said, 4 more packs left. Liliana pack next. Let's see what we get. We could also use some more foils. I feel like there were not a lot of foils in this box. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. Nebelgast Herald, another Slayer's Cleaver, awesome. And a Hamlet Captain. And our rare or mythic is Identity Thief. Love this guy, super funny, super cool. Clone type effect. Behind it, Ulvenwald Captive. You guys have seen it, but flipping into the Ulvenwald Abomination. Behind it, Flip token. And a Liliana emblem, very nice, to go with our Liliana. So there you go. Okay, final 3. Lunar Force first. We have all of these commons moving into the uncommons with Whispers of Emrakul, Fury Blade Vampire, and Scour the Laboratory, a new uncommon for us in the last 3 packs. And another Summary Dismissal, this one non-foil, but still a Summary Dismissal, so not bad. Behind it, a Lone Rider flipping into It That Rides as One. Again, awesome, love that. Something else back here. It's a foil Ride Down. Looks awesome. Look at that. Let's see if you can actually look at that. There we go. Awesome, love it. Card looks great. The Eldrazi looks cool. Her armor looks great in foil. So all of that. Plus, it's a great card. So there you go. Behind it, a Forest and a Devil token. 2 more packs left. Let's go with the Smoldering Werewolf and leave Liliana for last, as she deserves to be because of what she is for this set, what she does in this set. She deserves to be last. Whoops. I dropped the Field Creeper, if you care. Okay, we have Shreds of Sanity, awesome. We have Fortune's Favor with the Joker on it, and we have another Scour the Laboratory. Our rare or mythic is Coax from the Blind Eternities. So another storyline-based card, awesome. Art looks fantastic, and it just is showing how Emrakul shows up, thanks to Nahiri. And there's just cultists everywhere. It's great. We have a Tangleclaw Werewolf flipping into the Fibrous Entangler again. Behind it, there is something back here. We have a foil rare, a second one in Collective Defiance. So that's really cool that we have a Collective Defiance, and it's foil. I mean, we again, obviously we had already gotten one, but here it is in foil. Looks fantastic, and it's a second foil rare out of this box. So I love it. Behind it, we have a flip token and a spider token. Last pack is Liliana, as I said, as she deserves to be in the last pack. Something else, maybe? I don't know. We just got another foil rare, so I don't know. Cemetery Recruitment is there. Let's go through these and get to the Geist-Fueled Scarecrow, the Grath Harvest, and the Hamlet Captain. Our rare or mythic in our final pack is a Spell Queller, one that we haven't gotten yet. Super good. Again, would look awesome in foil, looks awesome non-foil, and good for that Spirits deck that I was talking about. Behind Spell Queller, we have a Kessig Prowler, uncommon flipping into the Sinuous Predator. So there's that. Behind that, just a flip token and an Eldrazi Horror token. Not too much to talk about in this box, guys, but I did save some stuff. Let's pull these to the front and talk about them. We have our foil rare in Summary Dismissal, our second foil rare in Collective Defiance. We got a Liliana emblem to go with Liliana herself as one of our mythics. Ulrich of the Kralin Horde flipping into Ulrich Uncontested Alpha as another mythic. Deploy the Gatewatch as another mythic. Docent of Perfection, not a mythic, but still cool. Flipping into Final Iteration. Thalia Heretic Cathar is cool. We have only the top half of Hanweir the Writhing Township. We did not finish this. We also got neither half of Brizella, which is unfortunate. We did get some pieces of Chittering Host, as you guys saw already. We completed that earlier. We got the Mausoleum Wanderer, which is nice. We got this Midnight Scavengers in foil, which I appreciate. Hopefully I can get a Graph Rats in foil. Like I said, shouldn't be too hard. And then I'll have a foil Chittering Host. We got a Mirrorwing Dragon as another mythic for us. We got Eldritch Evolution just as a high cost or value rare. And we got Tamiyo, Field Researcher, as another mythic. So not bad at all. 5 mythics in the box, 2 foil rares. I want Brizella because I like that card a lot. But besides that, let's just lay out our 2 Lady Planeswalkers for all of you as I end by saying thank you guys so much for watching, as you always do. Subscribe down below. You will find out when the other box opening comes out. We have a Fiancé Fat Pack battle to still go through, so look forward to that. As I said, thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought of this box. Stay tuned to the channel. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Those links are also down in the description. And guys, from the Geek for All YouTube channel, I've been Joe, and as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.